Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness to the cosmic consciousness, soul control, family, and soul drive. I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all, operating at the truest, highest, pardon, and authentic version of your radiant self, your beautiful self. And that go for everybody. As I spoke a few days ago, I'm in shifting around things, you know, create a better flow of energy. And I didn't pull an animal oracle. So we're gonna tap in with the animal oracle and see what's gonna be provided to us today. Today's card was a llama. If things repeat, when we find things repeating itself, it's usually for a reason. It's no coincidence. It's no mistake. There are no accidents. And I said that because if I'm correct, I think we had llama at least once before, but llama has showed itself again. And considering all that we are enduring as humanity, wherever we are at and whatever we find ourselves enduring, I think it's a good time for the llama to reintroduce themselves, set clear boundaries, and enforce them. It's a lot of new energies that we have done work to be receptive to, that others who are not so advanced are finding themselves struggling through, and that's okay. We all in this together. We all in this together, man. That's why I do this as encouragement, as a system of support, as a system of motivation, as a system of assistance. I recall walking through different parts of my journey at different times in my life, experiencing things that I didn't understand at the time that I was experiencing, that I had helpers come along. I had angels come along into my life, not always recognizing them for who and what they were at that time. Sometimes not always treating them in the highest regard that I should have. It's a beautiful thing called hindsight. And I'm grateful for it all. About llamas, set clear boundaries and enforce them. Llamas originate from Lakume, the ascended aspect of Sirius, and they incarnated into South America, which is closely connected to Venus, the planet of love. Love is a beautiful vibration. It's the highest energy of the universe, love. And what's so crazy about it is, including myself, man, we'll be surprised how much most of us, if not all of us, not used to what that word really entails, because it appears so dysfunctional in all that we have endured, to be in a pure reception of what it really is, what it really means, and what it was meant to show us as individuals and as a collective. They help to keep open the hearts of those around them by bathing them in Christ light, Christ consciousness. I am, that I am. That light, that power, or that energy that made all the ascended masters come and say the things that they said, even though that the human populace that they said it to didn't understand it. Llamas are gentle, intelligent creatures who offer their wool and their strength in service. They respond generously and loyally to fairness and love, but they know their own limits and set clear boundaries, refusing to be overburdened. They are sociable animals who love to be with other llamas, and this helps them maintain a fifth dimensional frequency. They are sociable animals who love to be with other llamas, and helps them maintain a fifth dimensional frequency. They bond with and protect any animal they are asked to look after. Like many heart healers, I ain't wear the color green for no coincidence. It's synchronicity. Like many heart healers, they are gentle, patient, and understanding with those who are in need or sick, raising their vibration and giving them healing. To be a heart healer, you got to heal your own heart. To be a heart healer, you got to speak from the heart. To be a heart healer, you have to know how to speak to the heart of others. It ain't nothing you can do in your own might outside training it and developing it. It's a frequency and it's an energy all in of itself. It really don't need no help outside a body to operate through. Somebody will catch it. Guidance. This is a card of pure love. It suggests your heart is warm and open. It suggests your heart is warm and open, so you may let others impose on your good nature or drain you. Decide what is acceptable for you. Then it is important to set clear boundaries. We must learn how to do this. As we are all energetically entwined, it may be enough for you to define these boundaries mentally. However, your guidance is to be prepared to enforce them tactfully if necessary. So anytime we have to impose limits or set boundaries, that's saying do it firmly and respectfully. Then you will find it easier to follow your heart and be loyal, caring, and patient with your loved ones and those in need. Remember to find time to see positive friends and do things that make you feel relaxed and happy, as this will give you energy and keep your frequency high. It will benefit you to tune in to the cosmic heart for love and support. It will benefit you to tune in to the cosmic heart for love and support. Meditate. Sit still. Listen to your own self think. Get in tune with and hear your own heartbeat. Feel your own heartbeat. Send love and light and healing to every part of your body, cellularly to your outer skeleton. Heart over ego. Heart over ego. Heart over ego. We're going to really need to be paying attention, family. 3 times. Pay attention, paying attention, and paying more attention. Paying attention to what, though? Paying attention to ourselves. Through ourselves, we can see it all. If we be honest in what we're seeing in ourselves. Good, bad, or indifference. Every other self rather represent the self that you see when you look in the mirror. For those of us who need to look in the mirror to see ourselves, if we don't know what we look like without one. It's the debt we owe ourselves to pay attention to ourselves. It ain't selfish to exercise self-love. If you're not exercising self-love and allowing that to teach you what it is, then how can we say we love anybody that we say we love, family or otherwise? If you pay attention to what you're paying attention to, it'll help you observe what others are paying attention to. Not so much as paying attention to what we say. Because we say a lot of things, but usually our actions don't line up with a lot of the things that we say. So it's important to pay attention to what people do over what they say, or in contrast to what they say. It helps us watch what we do, for those of us who know how to pay attention to ourselves. Heart over ego. Heart over ego is going to be very important, because we're in a world that's so fake. The truth is scary. And if we're not attracted to the unknown, what's already been impressed upon us and imprinted upon us, we'll probably only just get penetrated deeper. It's important to be true to ourselves. Be true to what you know. And be true to how you want to grow. Within, as more on the focus of within more than without. There's so much that don't happen on the planet. Ain't nobody who they used to be no more. And that's a good thing. Ain't nobody who they used to be no more. I was just looking back on some of my older videos, 7 years plus. Man, Saiwoo was a whole different creature. I still was bringing the knowledge, but man, look, I was a whole different animal. You hear me? I'm glad to say I'm not that person no more, but I'm still Saiwoo. I'm thankful for the pioneers, and I'm grateful for those that follow. So certain things, certain information, certain technologies can get to us. However, we're in a time where we need more pioneers. And maybe a little less followers. The world lacking a lot of authenticity right now. The world is lacking a lot of originality right now. It's almost like we don't know how to think out the box anymore. But for those that do, I want to remind us that our spirituality and our practicality, meaning putting it into practice in our everyday lives, spirituality and practicality go hand in hand. We just can't lip profess. We just can't lip profess it. There's a lot of lip professors. And due to that internet, because when I was getting this, the internet wasn't even out. When I started my journey, y'all, for y'all who really want a little deeper glimpse, internet wasn't even out. You know, you had to really be reading. You had to really be universally directed to run into certain people, to come into certain type of information, or you wouldn't even know it was all around you. The neighbor next door. You know, one of them beings that we be reading about, you know. Our elder uncle was probably one of them beings that we be reading about. Our aunties was one of them beings that we be reading about. Everybody gonna see it how they see it, but that's the beauty. You want, and even deeper than that, the even deeper beauty is where we find ourselves at is only where we propelled ourselves to be. Spirituality and practicality go hand in hand. What we don't see, we will need to hear. And what we don't hear, we're going to have to know how to feel. Because in these times, we can no longer function in dysfunction. And in order to function in our highest function, we have to recognize and accept what the dysfunctions is. And for those of us who do, for those of us who are awake, aware, and intelligent in our divinity, because there's a lot of us who have grown so much that we are more sensitive, we are more intuitive within and therefore without. We're going to have to stay in that space mentally and governing the outer matrix. Keep your energy charged up and your frequency will match. Keep your energy charged up and your frequency will match. I'm gonna say it again. Keep your energy charged up and your frequency will match. Because a lot of us think it worked the other way around. We try to have a high frequency, but ain't got no energy. So charge your energy by keeping your energy charged. And therefore your frequency will match the charging of your energy. Exercise good plans over bad plots. What that means is we're going to have to be aware of things that try to test our commitment to ourselves and what we're committed to. Stay loyal to you. Once you did the work on yourself, that is. Because ain't nobody here to do the work on nobody else. I hope all of us know that now. We ain't here to do the work on nobody else other than ourselves. And through the work that we do on ourselves, that will be the example for those who didn't get it yet. Once you did the work, it ain't over. It's a breath to breath process. All we need is balance. All we need is balance to turn whatever we've been through into a positive outcome. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Feel good for no reason at all. I love y'all, family.